Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome back to Valhalla. It's Happy New Year in the middle of July. May all your wishes come true in a new, bountiful year filled with health and joy. And me not being able to open a beer without something to actually counter it. That was the thing. I tried to open it with my bare hand. I was like, let me just take my shirt real quick and I can twist this thing off. Alrighty. I'll leave the closet open in case you want to hide from the noise. Thanks. just thanks. Let's see what I can get from the shop now. Okay. Are there any albums that I'm missing? Like, Meet the Staff. I have a Kira Miki banner, which I kind of want to get now. It's vintage gaming. Shit. A PC9X. I should have gotten that. A replica toy Turing. Not as sentient, but just as cute. Assorted cartridges, they're games no collector wants, but they're still nice for displaying. Cute clay houses. Want that. And I think that'll be it. Oh, there it is. Nice. Oh, that's sweet. I forgot that I actually spent money. See, I came down to the wire on all of that, and I didn't think about this. That nano cam that I bought for this was like 1,000-ish, like 1,500 or whatever. If I just never bought that, I don't think I would have felt that strain about actually getting anything. And I also bought a set for the pillow and blanket and stuff. So if I just never bought it, I would have been fine to start with. So it's crazy. It's like, hey, you buy something, great. Well, now you're gonna feel the strain of you buying that thing. So no, it wasn't necessarily that, oh hey, the game thought in advance, hey, yeah, you're gonna find yourself in this situation. We're gonna make sure you get enough money at the end and you would have been fine. No, it's because I bought extraneous shit I didn't need. But I want to fill out my room. Look at how nice it is. I have fucking Kira Miki, more Kira Miki, even more Kira Miki, and Best Boss. Look, my room looks so much. Go back to the first episode and see how boring my room looked. And now look at how awesome it looks. I still appreciate my slut shirt. It's a good shirt. The augmented eye is down for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you. Thank you, Admin Chris. We want to stop the epic memeing for a while just to say thank you. Big thanks to each and every one of you who bought this game. Thank you for reaching up to this point into the game. Thank you for all your tweeting, all your questioning through Tumblr, all the emails, etc., etc. Even though we couldn't answer every single thing, we can't stress how much we appreciate all the messages we got. Thank you very much. The road was rocky. Things weren't as smooth as we'd hoped around the end of development. We even had some people actively trying to sabotage our work, but like Bitmatch John, we beat the odds and kicked out at 2. Good. I appreciate that. Admin Furfur, thanks for reading through all my nonsense. Hope it wasn't too heavy-handed. Sukeban, let's fill the world with badass cuties. Weird message. Yes, it's very weird. I gotta save on that note. That's great. So I guess the New Year's party is the end of all this. All right, let's do it. Let's get to the New Year's party. Saturday, December 31st. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I wonder. Okay, so my amount here is $47,990, right? I wonder if the perfect score for this game is 50,000. And it's showing me how far off I was from it. Gil was in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gaby will show up in any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that will cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug? Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for everything's, reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be alright after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello? Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Hey! You talk first. No, well... Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least not until now. I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, and after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. Fucking letter of all things. And she just says, sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the times my sister provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day, and you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time you left an unopened beer bottle on the table and she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it, and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate to replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention the artificial hearts and generic treatments were out of the question. Yup. The thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Actually, now that I think about it, it wouldn't make sense if it was 50,000. Because what if I chose to not spend money? Yeah, I don't know what the perfect score in this game would be anyway. Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her. The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find out what made her so vulnerable. Dr. Shetty said she might have missed a shot, or her shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe she had told me about it. I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Eh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs about after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I apologized to her? What if I had given a chance to the Research Institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Chill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together? Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is to try to lighten up, even if it is for only a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either. Let's just call that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger You? Ooh. I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visited from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded, yeah. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well... Back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then mine became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. The thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partially because she was so pushy. I mean, she had the best intentions. She could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we got married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was best for me, but what about my freedom? My say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted to break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order, regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same way, even although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you to fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Eh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion about how sorry she, on one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but I insisted. I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We were quite the hotheads. You, me, and my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know. Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? Well, my sister wouldn't have scolded you, but I was afraid, dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. No, it's not. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds so very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sister were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Eh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Preferably something sweet. Okay, we can do something sweet. I don't know if I can give her alcohol though. I don't know about that much. Who cares? We're at a party, whatever. Give her sweet, classy, and happy. Perfect. And some Karmatrine. Oh shoot, no, to reset, because it needs to be H. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now. As I give a drink to your little sister, it's obvious to me that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why'd you keep that secret for so long? Idiot. I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot! Hey, Jill. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight? Can't promise that one. I can't do that, yeah. You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later, we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. That's different. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean it. I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Chill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. You might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer, and it turned out to be an apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? No. Well, I did. I had all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. Wow! That went places. I'm guessing Anna's coming up soon because the TV went to no signal. That's... Wow! Wow! That's a line I didn't expect to read. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in the salad days later. Ugh. Oh! Oh, girls have all the fun, don't they? She said, so, do you like eating me for lunch? Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Don't ever tell her that ever. Or never at all. Thank you. Hey, Gabby. Do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Clary's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And Miss Clary knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close by. So... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough, at least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened up a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand. I think he's gotten into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, I knew it. I fucking knew you were a lesbian. Mark one for daddy. I knew it. I fucking knew you were a lesbian. Mark one for daddy. That's how I imagine he actually did it. I think he had that bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sister was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society and her circle of friends. A lesbian daughter was a no-no. Even in 2070, whenever. Wow. That's so weird. Man, that fucking sucks. Who gives, like... If I do have kids, I don't give a shit if my son's gay or my daughter's gay, they end up trans, what the fuck ever. Who gives a shit? Let them live their fucking life. I don't need to fucking place upon whatever I expect of my children to live their fucking life. Let them live their fucking life the way they want to. As long as they're not like, as long as they're like not literally inflicting like self-harm upon themselves or doing things that damage themselves, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Let them live the life that they want. I'm still on my sister's side for that one though. Mom didn't reject her because she was herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. Still, that's a dumb reason to project that upon your own kid. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was more important than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Don't know. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did. They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since. August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Jill, I'm a bit dizzy. That's the alcohol talking. Jill, that's my line. The what? I did say let's break the alcohol taboo, didn't I? Yeah, but don't worry, it'll pass in a bit. And let this be a warning of the dangers of taking things from strangers in bars. First you feel dizzy, then you wake up in a bathtub full of ice. Oh. If you're trying to justify your action with a moral, you're digging yourself deeper. Huh? I thought there was going to be a party here. Alma, over here. It was Alma. I thought that was Jamie for a second. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want to kid the burden. Don't worry, you won't. You only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. I think it's a bit late for that. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce you to. Oh, for a second, I thought the game was about to give me a, hey, the game just crashed screen. Oh. Well, that was fantastic. That was really good. I really fucking enjoyed that. Writer Fernando Damas. At Iron Clark, it's at Ironic Lark. Character designed by Christopher Ortiz, who's Kirin51, who I'm familiar with the account. Did all the user interface. It's amazing. The two of them pretty much developed a lot of the game, and then the sound went to Michael Kelly, who is a GA Road Music. I think he's from Georgia or Alabama. I know that Christopher and Fernando are from Venezuela, but then I was just kind of like, I remember one day just being like, I looked up the sound, and the sound, I believe he's either from Alabama or he's from Georgia. I believe it's Alabama. It was just crazy to just think like, wow, look at how all these people got together to kind of work on the music and everything. I think, just hearing the sound of it, that Michael Kelly is also responsible for the music in, Psycho Yuppie, which is something we may get into later on my own. Eventually, originally it was going to be a me and Ash thing, but the recording went off. Ash wasn't the biggest fan of it. I kind of didn't care for the save system and how that all worked. But yeah, but that'll still be maybe something I'd come back to if people want to see a true horror game on the channel. Yizbert Games, director Brian Queck, business cat Cassandra Kaw, and community manager Chris. I don't know. Special thanks to Itch.io. Oh, that's the I know that site. Miguel Agudelo, everyone who pre-ordered, you right here, you right there. Mom and Dad, family and friends, thank you for all the support. This is for you. Made in Game Maker Studio by Yo-Yo Games. Prologue version made in Ren'Py by Python. Oh, that's right. I still have to do the fucking prologue. I forgot about that. I still have to do the goddamn prologue, so we're really not done after that. It's the finale for, like, the main story, but it's not the finale for everything. Yeah, guys, there's still more to look forward to, because We still, did you have fun? Yes, I did. I sure as fuck did. Apparently clicking doesn't do anything. Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? Oh, I see, it's the dialogue that's happening. It's interesting, though, because, like, maybe we get to learn about the corgis pooping all over the place. She's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. I kind of hope Jill and Dana are a thing. I'm kind of rooting for that. You're right. Good night, Jill. This is a fun story. This is right up there with one of my favorite visual novels. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. I will say, this visual novel made me feel a little bit more. Like, I think this one hit a lot closer to home than Arcade Spirits. I feel like Ash would rank Arcade Spirits over Valhalla. I think I would be the one who would rank Valhalla a little over Arcade Spirits. It's not to be like, oh, hey, Arcade Spirits was bad. But it was just like, Valhalla hit a little closer to home for me. I bartend, and I feel a lot of the feelings that Jill goes through. She went through a rough breakup. I didn't necessarily have the death hole thing and all that, but a lot of what she felt, I felt. And I think emotionally, I was way more invested in this than I was Arcade Spirits. Like, there were times where I was just kind of like, Ash was totally emotionally invested in Arcade Spirits. So not to say that, like, I wasn't invested in the story. Sunday, August 27th. Wait, whoa, hold on. Time out a second. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, And now for something completely different. Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But And you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spent setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about the control panel. I'm proud of it. I'm drunk of it. Speaking of obsessive likes. Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You do just fine. You did pretty well for him at least 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk. Oh, that's great. You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. Here you can save heart data. Please come again, another achievement lot. Here you can save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from day 1 while keeping your items and money. Yes! Oh, thank you for playing. Sweet. I'm gonna save real quick. Yes! Oh, fuck yes! Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that's great. So if I wanted to do a game plus, I could. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh, and now she's there with fucking, oh my god. What a nice touch there at the end. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. And then we still have to do prologue. And oh, and there's even more than that. There's prologue and then there's Anna. Let's sneak a little bit into prologue. I'm curious. Oh, there's day 1, day 2, and day 3. And then for Anna, there's just a demo. Okay. All right. So here's what we'll do. Next time on Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, we're going to jump into that prologue. There's not that many of it. There's only 3 days, and there's the demo for Anna. So I don't know how long that'll take, but that is what we will be getting into. Thank you all so much for joining me for this one, and it was a lot of fun to go ahead and play through. I can't wait to like dive into a little bit more of the game, and it's cool to know that like, well, how do you get all the items and everything? Well, now we know how. There's a plus version of it where we can do a little bit more. Thanks again, y'all. Goodbye. Good night.